Hey everybody, it's your boy Shane here, and I just wanted to welcome you to this first of a two-part video series that I'm just putting together for everybody in the LiveSource Media crew, especially for those who may not have made it along to the meet and greet that was on last Thursday night. Now, for those who came to the team meet and greet last Thursday, I hope you really enjoyed the good food and the good conversation just as much as I did. It was a real treat to be able to connect in a fresh way with all of you. Like I said though, with so many unable to make it, I did want to make this two-part follow-up video just to share some of the more important bits and pieces that we chatted about. To start with, I shared a little bit about the design of the Pixar building over in the US. The primary challenge for Pixar, as Steve Jobs saw it at least, was getting its different cultures to work together and to collaborate.
Our business depends upon collaboration, and it depends upon unplanned collaboration. And so we were just too spread out, and the groups were, developing their own styles. We were growing into several divisions instead of one company. And so the goal was pure and simple. We want to put everybody under one roof, and we want to encourage unplanned collaboration.
Now, when they built their new facility, Jobs put a great deal of effort into making sure the workspace flowed together. And at the heart of the building is this giant atrium. It's an open space, and it's designed for one reason: to allow people to connect. Now, Brad Baird, he's actually the director of The Incredibles and Ratatouille. He's part of the Pixar family, and he said the atrium initially, look, it might seem like it's a waste of space, but Steve realized that when people run into each other, when they make eye contact, things happen. It's one of the reasons for the crest, the Latin crest of Pixar University. Now, I'm not going to try and slaughter it for all posterity on video to share with the world, so I'll just put up the image here. And basically, the translation means alone no longer. Now, one of the things I think is pretty cool is that Jesus did that too. He managed to draw together some ordinary men. Some of them were fishermen. There was a tax collector. There was a political zealot. Some of the women who followed the disciples were entrepreneurs. But they all did life together, and they did it for 3 years, every day for 3 years in this special space that Jesus himself carved out for them. In a similar way, our team is from vast backgrounds. We've got different people, and we're all from different cultures, and I think that it could be really easy for fringe dwellers to kind of get lost in that team unless there's a central space for all of us to get together. That's what Thursday night was really all about. And there's going to be follow-up events. Let's get our team together. Let's cross-pollinate. Let's get eye contact with one another. Because let's be honest, if you just come on a Sunday, it's really easy to just get focused in on your viewfinder, focused in on the vision switcher, focused in on the CCU controls. We need to see one another and to interact and to have eye contact with one another. Now, one of the things that we discussed on Thursday was answering a three-part question. Where are we now? Where do we want to get to? And how are we going to get there? Guys, we've done a wonderful job of filming and sharing Pastor John's preaching to multiple thousands for almost 16 years now. So I really want to thank you for your dedication and for your craft. I want to be honest enough to admit to you, though, that I don't necessarily think that we're in a great position as a team right now. Don't get me wrong, we're doing well. We are doing well, but we're surviving. We're not flourishing as a team. I don't want us to just survive. I want to see us thrive. It's a bit like a hairline fracture. And those hairline fractures, they're not as immediately obvious as other types of breaks, but you can pick up the symptoms when you look for them. Now, these hairline fractures, they typically result from repeated or constant strain on a bone, and that's why they're also referred to as a stress fracture. Now, here's the interesting thing. When I was doing our roster for February and March, I could see that our team is under some stress. We're a team of 33 people right now. We're 33 people, and when we had a single service and 3 cameras, that was a pretty good number. When we multiplied to the 2 services and we started rostering a separate team for each service, we went from filling just 5 roles on a Sunday to trying to fill 12 roles per Sunday. That's a TV director, a tech director, and 4 camera operators per service. Continuing that analogy of the fracture, I want to see our team fully healed of any stress fractures and operating at 100%. So as I mentioned in an email I sent a couple of weeks back now, I want to see our team grow. Here's the specifics. I'd love to have 12 tech directing heroes, and I'd love to have 12 TV directing heroes, and I would love to have 50 camera operators on the team. And in a church that has about 1,000 people and a little bit more than that, that kind of number is really achievable. Have a think about the cameras with me. If we have 50 operators and we're all on, there isn't any issues, people aren't having breaks or whatever, 50 operators. That means that you would only need to be rostered on for one service every 6 weeks with all 4 cameras manned. I think that's a pretty good goal for us to reach for. That's where we want to get to. Live Source Media has never been, not ever been, a one-man show. Every team member of the past 16 years has been the hero in this story. I'm telling you, it's God's economics that every person in his story is the hero. For that reason, my guiding philosophy is to create a pool of empowered individuals. At Live Source Media, we're always about giving to people, okay? Giving to people and not taking from them. Why is that? Because when you thrive as an individual, then guess what? So does our team. And that is really important to me. Our first step then is actually to invite more team members, to invite in more team members. It's kind of like inviting people along to a party. I'm going to break that down a bit more. We'll explore how we can actually go about more than doubling our team numbers this year. I'm actually going to talk about that in part 2. And in part 2, like I said, we're going to explore how we get there in a little bit more detail. So be sure to keep an eye out for more videos like this. We are a media team, so it makes sense that you guys get videos sent out to you to communicate vision and some of the ideas and things that are happening. That's it. I'm done. For now, that's all I'm going to say. Just check out part 2 and we'll break it down. We'll explore how we can actually go about more than doubling our team numbers this year. All right, thanks very much. This is Shane. Shane out.